Hello and welcome back to the Hairy Housewife YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be showing you Halfords black tyre paint. So Halfords black tyre paint, is it really worth it and is it any good? The reason I'm trying this is because on a detailing group on Facebook I'm on, one of the chaps asked about it and I thought, well, I'll put it upon myself to try it. Saves you guys wasting money, saves you guys destroying your tyres, or just saves you guys having nasty looking tyres. I thought I'd give it a go so you don't have to. So I'm going to put this on one side of my car, so front and back on one side, and the other side I'm going to pop a tyre gel, just to see how this sort of lasts in a week's time. So I'm going to do an updated video of this in about a week's time and just see how it looks and how it's lasted compared to a tyre gel. I do about 1,000 miles a week, so it's sort of a decent comparison on what you're going to get. Now, today's video I'm going to be showing you how this goes on and what it looks like. I'm going to be trying it with a sponge and a brush. So I'm going to try brush on one and sponge on the other just to see the finish we get with it. So let's give it a go. So guys, as you can see, I've cleaned off the wheel, I'll give it a hit with a degreaser, give it a scrub over. The wheel is free from any dirt, any dust, and any loose debris. Now, before some of you comment in the section below, I know my wheels need a refurb. We bought the car and it was like this. They're going to be done very soon. So for now, let's get on with putting some tyre black on the car. So here we go guys. First off, I'm going to be applying it with a brush. So it's a bit nice and thin, although I've put a little bit on and it is just literally soaked into all those gaps, so it looks like you have to apply a fair bit. It does run fairly easy, but it does look nice, shiny and black. Could this really be the way forward, guys? So, unlike any other normal Tyre Shine, this is going to take a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away now. I'm going to finish this tyre and I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like. There we have it guys, that was done with a brush. Now, as you can see, it does look nice and shiny. However, using a brush, you can see brush lines in it. Now when it dries, it might self-smooth itself and get rid of those brush lines, but we'll try the next tyre with a sponge. Now one thing I will say is you're going to want a rag and maybe some solvent, some white spirit, because once you get it on your hands it's very sticky and it doesn't wash off with water. The same goes with your wheels. You're going to want a decent cloth with a bit of APC just to give that a wipe over in case you get it on the alloy itself. So now let's head on over to the other tyre and try it with a sponge. So here we are at the front tyre. Now I contemplate doing this with a tyre applicator or a tyre sponge, but after reading the instructions you have to wash it out with a white spirit. I didn't really fancy damaging a tyre sponge or a decent sponge, so I just grabbed a everyday household sponge. Obviously I'm not going to use Scouricide, and I'm going to try applying it with that. The tyre has been cleaned off, the tyre is dirt free, so let's crack on. And again, before I start, I know the wheels need a refurb. I'm sure someone's going to pop it down in the comments. Yes, the wheels need a refurb. They're going to be done soon. So here we go, guys. So I've dipped the sponge in the paint and we're just going to rub it on like we would any other tyre gel. Now it goes on a hell of a lot easier with a sponge, and it seems to go in all the little nooks and crannies a lot easier. With the paintbrush I was having to go up and down like that, and it's a lot quicker. So guys, I'm going to pop this on and I'll come back to you soon. And there we have it guys. So I'm just going to show you now some photos of the tyres once they are dry. So as you can see, there wasn't a lot of difference in the sponge or the paintbrush. They both went on very nicely. The only difference for me was with the sponge, it went on so much quicker. I was sort of done within 60 seconds, whereas with the brush, it took me about 3 or 4 minutes to paint that wheel. And with a sponge, you sort of got in between all the nice little nooks and crannies really easy. Whereas with the brush, I'm having to go up and down each line and then sort of backwards and forwards on each line just to get it in there nice and deep. Now, it's left a nice deep rich black shine on both wheels. I mean, is this old hat? Is it something that's been forgotten about? Or is it really genuinely a good product? We'll find out. So what I'm going to do, in about a week's time, I'm going to come back to you with an update on how this has gone. I'm going to sort of pop some tyre gel now on the other side. You all know what tyre gel looks like, so I'm not going to show you that. But I'm going to pop some tyre gel on the other side. I'm going to do my normal weekly drive up and down the motorways and all sorts. Usually, like I said, around about 1,000 miles a week. I am going to then come back and do an updated video, and I'm going to tell you how it's all gone. Now, if you're doing this for yourself or for a customer, I would highly recommend mask up those wheels, because when you get around that little edge there, you are going to get it on the wheel, and it doesn't come off easy. You're going to need some white spirit and a rag. But let's see how this lasts. Let's see if it is any good. Let's see if it looks flaky. Let's see if it looks nasty in a week's time. I've been the Hairy Housewife. You've been great. I'll see you again next week.